Part 3, Expressive Communication. Welcome to the final installment of Lesson 3, Unleashing Creativity. In Part 3, we dive into the realm of expressive communication, where we explore the power of developing effective communication skills to convey our creative ideas with clarity, authenticity, and impact. Why expressive communication matters. It bridges the gap between our inner world and our external reality. Expressive communication is the bridge between our inner world of creativity and the external world. It's the art of conveying our thoughts, emotions, and vision with impact, allowing our creativity to create ripple effects of transformation in our lives and the lives of those around us. One of the key elements of this is influence and leadership. When we learn to articulate our thoughts, emotions, and vision, we gain the power to influence and lead by example. Our communication becomes a beacon of what's possible, offering hope, motivation, inspiration, resolution, and exploration to those who are ready to embrace a new way. Another key aspect would be cultivating mastery. Developing mastery in expressive communication is another skill that allows us to lead by example. As we master this art, we become a living embodiment of a new possibility and way of being, inspiring transformation in those around us. Practices for expressive communication. The first practice to expressive communication would be that of active listening. Cultivate the skill of active listening, which involves giving our full attention to the speaker, making them feel heard and valued. In this practice, it is important that we remain with complete eye contact, as well as relying on any form of feedback and recap on what was stated, so that the speaker is validated that they were indeed heard and understood by you. For the next practice, we have effective storytelling. Learn the art of storytelling to convey your creative ideas. Craft narratives that engage your audience emotionally and intellectually. Now, with this practice, we create this level of humanity, a way of conveying our expressions through the interactions of sparking imaginary thoughts and envisioning of what is it that you're telling through the process of conveying a story that is known throughout all time, of always connecting us into that very thing. Because when you tell a story, you're bringing the listener into the experience of that very story. Because when you are given a story, you are envisioning what is being told. You're placing yourself through your imagination in that story as a watcher or an observer of that experience. As the first thing that happens is you are imagining what they are stating. When they give you the visuals and they give you the expressions and the sound effects and so on. It allows you to connect with that experience even when not being in that experience. And that is one of the most human things we can do with one another. Finding a resonance through the interconnectedness of what our imaginations can bring us together in the doing and experiencing of something. The next one we have here is authenticity. Embrace authenticity in your communication. Be true to your thoughts, feelings, and values, and your message will resonate more profoundly. Now, as I mentioned before, that authenticity is one of the highest energies that we can be in. The reason for this is because you're not wasting energy in hiding aspects of you. You are simply allowing yourself to be, opening that veil of who you are and embracing it and accepting it and owning it and honoring all aspects of what that is. So it doesn't matter what people assume or think or say about you, as long as you are okay with who you are and you accept all of your experiences that shaped you into being who you decide to become. That is all that matters. So when you do speak and express yourself through the process of expressive communication in an authentic and truthful manner, it is an energy that is influencing to the others, because it is an energy of resonance with truth. And when you are resonating in the energy of truth, people are more influenced and inspired by you because they are viewing you in the vision that you view yourself. So there's a level of honor and respect for your integrity and your honesty and your vulnerability. But it takes us to first do that inner work in ourselves, which is what we're doing here, so that when we decide to own all that we are, we do it in the most authentic way possible. And for the last and one of my favorites is the visual and nonverbal communication. Explore visual and nonverbal communication, including body language, facial expression, and visual art, as powerful tools to convey your ideas. Now, even though I love words and I love to express myself using words, the most effortless way of truly expressing myself has always been the nonverbal, whether it's through the expression of dance as I convey my internal world, through the expression of movements that articulate the feeling of what is it that is within me, whether I make them small or really grand. It is something that makes me feel uniquely authentic in my expression of self. It doesn't matter who's watching me, where I am. If I have the need or I feel inspired to express myself or dance, I'm gonna just do that. So it's a very liberating and freeing sensation that one feels, because it's a statement that says, I am owning the expression of myself. And by me doing that, I also inspire others to do the same. Another way of nonverbal communication is also the body language. How you walk in a room says a lot about you at a first impression. It says what's within you. It says how you feel about yourself. And what is the narrative that you are telling yourself as you are walking in this room. For those that have the eyes to see, is very easily seen when you have someone that is very confident in themselves and believes in themselves and their craft, and someone that has not yet reached that level of comfort within themselves. Not making one right or wrong, but it's just a statement that says a lot with no words being attached. Now, what are the benefits of expressive communication? The first one we have is clarity, as effective communication brings clarity to our creative ideas, making them accessible and relatable to others. For the next one, we have influence, as we gain the power to influence and inspire those around us, becoming a catalyst for positive change. Now, there's something quite different of a person that is able to articulate and express their ideas and their vision and can foresee the future through the innovative ways that they can resolve and find resolution for things. Where, because of their ability to express themselves, they find the influence and the inspiration and motivation that they need to create that very idea or resolution for the future. It is a positive impact that ripples throughout all creation through the existence of that influence in itself, which is what makes one person influential and the other one not. That is how crucial expressive communication is. So if you do find yourself in the position where it's becoming a difficult task for you to get comfortable with communicating and expressing yourself, that should definitely be a focal point for you to get familiar with. You should dedicate a little more time into finding works and crafts and practices and books that tell you how you can master your communication skills. Because without the proper communication, nothing really works around you. Because you would always be the one known that no one understands you. You might feel misunderstood or that no one gets your point of view. And when you have conflict or disagreements or something may be bothering you, Instead of remaining silent and allowing these energies to create conflict within you, then later on the line causing more issues within yourself, maybe health issues or rage bursts because you are holding in so many things that you were supposed to be expressing as you go. You can avoid all of that by simply learning how to communicate. And these are one of the main issues I've seen throughout me actually helping people throughout time. It happens to be a common denominator with the ones that I've been assigned to and aligned with. It's the communication. The inability of communication has stunted their growth because they are unable to find the articulated expression that is necessary for them to feel heard and understood. So they place themselves in a disadvantage and in a state of disempowerment and victimhood, therefore remaining stuck in the loop cycle of experiencing the same dramas, the same chaos, and so on, because they have yet to master their ability of communication. The next one we have here is leadership. Mastering our expressive communication positions us as a leader who can lead by example and inspire others to explore new possibilities. Now here it becomes obvious, because in order for you to be a leader, you need to have the sight of the bigger picture. You need to see what are the possibilities of how something can be resolved and found a resolution for. But it doesn't matter if you have that vision and idea and you can see what is possible if you can't communicate and articulate exactly what that would be. Enough so that without the proper communication, you can't ever step into the leadership role, because in order for you to be a leader, it is in your articulation and your communication that the leader is created. So in order for you to become the leader within yourself as well, you need to be able to learn how to articulate what is it that makes you you, who is it that you are in all aspects, what is it that you are feeling, what is it that you are experiencing. Get in the practice of starting to maybe write these things, and as you get to write them and get them on paper so that you can just channel them out into paper and get them out of you, start reading what is it that is coming out of you, because this is going to benefit you immensely. And this doesn't have to be any form of leadership where you have to lead the masses. Simply leading your household is a form of leadership. And a household that does not have the proper communication skill will always be in the element of chaos and conflict and disagreement, because no one is learning how to articulate what is truly happening within themselves. You need to be able to express your emotions. You need to be okay with what emotions you are experiencing, without judgment or criticism, or thinking that you are weak for doing so, because those that are weak are those that don't choose to grow and expand more of themselves and accept their humanity. Those are the weak ones that follow the trend of the influence of society that is only corrupting and distorting you even further. Remove that from your psyche. Allow yourself to be who you are and learn to express yourself. Because to be any form of leader, like I said, whether it's mass leader or a household leader, you need to learn how to express yourself. So if you need to find a way of how to do so, do that. But the expression of what's happening within you is crucial to live a fulfilled and satisfied life that creates harmony and understanding and a resolution for what the disagreement or problem is. Because we need to grow up and mature. We can no longer allow the society to live in the ignorance and primal state that we were currently living in, because it has been obvious that has not been working. We need to step into the leadership that not only knows how to express itself, but knows how to interpret and incorporate integrity and honor and honesty. so that we can resonate in the energy of authenticity. And when you resonate in the energy of authenticity, you are influencing from a position of true power. Because you are saying, I accept myself, so you accept yourself too. I love myself, so learn to love yourself too. So the more we influence that into whoever it is that we are leading, we create more of the harmony and peace that we need in the world, even if just one person at a time. Bringing us into conclusion. In part 3 of Unleashing Creativity, we've explored the importance of expressive communication as the bridge between your creative inner world and the external realm. By developing effective communication skills, you can create ripple effects of transformation in your life and inspire those around you as you cultivate the mastery needed to lead by example. Your authentic and impactful communication will open doors to new possibilities and ways of being. Embrace the power of expressive communication, for it is the voice of your creativity and a beacon of transformation. And as we reach to the ending of all 3 parts, I love to introduce questions that we can share in the community. And the question for the lesson is, share one creative activity or passion that you've rekindled or explored recently. How did it make you feel? And what impact did it have on your overall sense of well-being and creativity? As well as bringing in the disclaimer of possible challenges that we may face in the process of finding and unleashing our creativity. So here are some potential challenges along with strategies to overcome them. The first one we have here is fear of judgment. Many individuals fear being judged by others when expressing their creativity. This fear can be paralyzing and hinder creative expression. Now, the strategy for this would be, remind yourself that creativity is a personal journey, and it's okay to create for yourself rather than for the approval of others. Share your work with a trusted, supportive group if you're comfortable, and gradually build confidence. The next one we have is creative block. Creative blocks can occur, leaving you feeling stuck and or uninspired, making it difficult to express yourself. The strategy would be, experiment with different creative outlets. If you are stuck with writing, try painting or music. Engage in activities that allow your mind to relax and reconnect with your creative flow. Sometimes, taking a break is the best way to overcome a block. The next one would be time constraint. Balancing creativity with daily responsibilities can be challenging. Finding time for your creative pursuit can be difficult. Strategy. Prioritize creativity by scheduling specific time slots for it. Treat it as a non-negotiable part of your routine. Even short, dedicated periods can yield creative results over time. Self-doubt. Self-doubt can creep in and make you question the values of your creative endeavors. It can undermine your confidence. Strategy. Practice self-compassion and remind yourself that self-doubt is natural. Recognize it as a signal that you're pushing your creative boundaries. Seek encouragement and constructive feedback from supportive peers. Overwhelmed. Trying to explore too many creative outlets or tackle too many projects at once can lead to overwhelm. Strategy. Focus on one or a few creative pursuits at a time. Setting clear and achievable goals for each project can help you stay on track and prevent overwhelm. Lack of support. A lack of encouragement or understanding from your social circle can be discouraging and isolating. Strategy. Seek out communities, workshops, or online groups where you can connect with like-minded individuals who share your passion for creativity. Surrounding yourself with supportive people can be motivating and reassuring. Perfectionism. Striving for perfection can lead to creative paralysis. You might be overly critical of your work, hindering your creative flow. Strategy. Embrace imperfection and understand that creativity is a journey. Allow yourself to make mistakes and learn from them. Perfectionism can stifle your creativity, so focus on the process and not just the end result. Burnout. Intense creative endeavors can sometimes lead to burnout, causing physical and mental exhaustion. Strategy. Practice self-care, set boundaries, and take breaks when necessary. Recognize the signs of burnout and address them promptly to prevent long-term exhaustion. By acknowledging and addressing these challenges, you can better navigate the creative process and maximize the benefits of Lesson 3 in your self-mastery journey. In the following pages, you will find my information with a little bit of my background and experience, as well as our socials, where you can follow and contact us directly. I hope you enjoyed this lesson as much as I enjoyed creating it. And I look forward to you guys and your participation in our community as you all answer the question and your own experiences.